Hello, welcome back to your English lessons. Today, we will learn about subordinating conjunctions. Are you ready to start? Wonderful, let me prepare the presentation. Let's start. First, do you remember what a conjunction is? Let's rewind to when we learned about coordinating conjunctions, also known as fanboys.
Let's see what a conjunction is. Conjunctions are function words, which means they exist only to be for a service. A coordinating conjunction is a word that connects two or more elements of the same grammatical type. You can join individual words, phrases, or clauses.
Then, what is a subordinating conjunction? Conversely to coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions are used to mention why, where, or when something happens, and to connect words, phrases, and clauses of unequal importance, hence, an independent clause and a dependent one. How can we detect an independent clause or a dependent one? It's simple. Independent clauses form full sentences. In other words, they don't dependent on other clauses. And, they are always finite, they must contain a verb which shows tense. Meanwhile, subordinate, or dependent, clauses cannot form sentences on their own. They depend on the main clauses to form sentences. For example, even though my brother was hungry, he couldn't eat a thing. Diego and Karen ate their lunch while they were watching TV. I got angry with Connie because she stole my shoes. You already know what subordinating conjunctions are. Now it's time to learn the actual conjunctions. Pay attention to the chart. As, although, after, if, as long as, because, in spite of, before, even if, while and whilst, even though, despite, in order that, when, since, though, unless, until, whereas, whether. Now, we are going to check how to use each subordinating conjunction. Listen and observe. After. She fell asleep after eating a big meal. I washed my hands after petting the dog. Although. The team won although they were the underdogs. She danced beautifully although she was nervous. As. She listened carefully as the teacher explained the rules. The lights turned off as the movie began. As if. He spoke as if he were the boss. He ran as if his life depended on it. As long as. You can borrow my book as long as you return it tomorrow. You may stay here as long as you keep quiet. Because. I couldn't sleep because it was too hot. We left early because I had a stomach ache. Before. I called my best friend before going to bed. You should wash your hands before you eat dinner. Despite. They went camping despite the bad weather. The movie was popular despite its poor reviews. Even if. I'll support you even if you fail. I'll eat the cake even if it's not fresh. Even though. They enjoyed the concert even though it rained. She ate the pizza even though it had olives. If. I'll call you if I need help. He'll buy the game if it's on sale. In order that. The teacher explained clearly in order that everyone could understand. She saved money in order that she could buy a car. In spite of. She laughed in spite of the bad joke. They climbed the mountain in spite of the cold. Since. They didn't go out since the store was closed. We were happy since our team won. So that. They built a fence so that the rabbit couldn't escape. He lowered his voice so that the teacher wouldn't hear. Though. They danced though the music stopped. Though the situation was tense, she remained calm. Unless. They won't listen unless you speak clearly. She won't sign unless the terms are fair. Until the bell rings, students must stay in their seats. We won't celebrate until the results are official. When. They were shouting when the goal was scored. I was cooking when the power went out. Where. We gathered where the fireworks could be seen. Where the trail splits, we must decide which way to go. Whereas. We spend cautiously whereas they waste money. She paints abstract art whereas he prefers realism. Whether. I'll join whether you approve or not. Whether it rains or shines, the festival will go on. While and whilst. Whilst she was reading, he fixed the car. Whilst I was waiting, I finished my homework. He sang while she played the piano. They argued while we tried to concentrate. While and whilst have the same meaning, yet, whilst is more formal and less common in American English. Finally, when the subordinate clause comes before the main clause, we usually put a comma at the end of the clause. When the main clause comes first, we don't need to use a comma. For example, he parked the car where the shade covered the street. Though he felt nervous, he delivered his speech. Thanks for watching. See you and good luck.